is my Talbot Express. Born in 1986, this Camelot is a leisurely man. He likes to take his time, and he isn't a fan of anything over 65 miles an hour.
Supposed to be fastened in.
Right, okay. After being scammed on Facebook Marketplace twice and a trip to the Isle of Wight, he was finally mine. I feel like the inside already feels like a bit of me. In the beginning, he was very brown. He smelled like pie and everything was a little bit damp inside. Now he is in full bloom and really leaning into his feminine side. Say ta-ra to the minging brown. The design inspo here was floral madness. Cottagecore with a romantic charm with a sprinkle of cozy.
I feel like I'm inside a whale's vagina.
I cannot wait to show you what he looks like inside, but let me just remind you what he used to look like. So this is the shower. Look how cute that is. I don't hate these curtains, but they're very dark. Oh, that's not good. Well, here he goes. The summer's coming. You ready for a full tour? Let's go. I didn't really expect it to be this girly. I know I'm wearing a floral two-piece, however, I don't love flowers. This is just what happened. The pink came in, the floral came in, and now it is a florist's dream, but I love it. All right, let's start in the living room. Okay, so welcome to the cutest living room you've ever seen. So the design for this whole van basically came from this material. I found it on Vinted and I loved it, and I thought we're gonna roll with this. When I first got the van, everything was really dark and it all enclosed the whole space. So I've lightened everything up with brighter bits. I put like a nice stone four-way carpet on here. One of the first things we did was this wall. I managed to get all of the mold off the roof with this really nice machine thingy-majobby. We took the old ugly chairs out and got them reupholstered with this beautiful bedspread, because that's what it is, it's a bedspread. I didn't want any normal fabric because I'm not normal.
You're very normal, bro.
So basically I've tried to upcycle as much as I can in this van, but obviously because of the state it was in the beginning, I had to let some things go. The curtains had to go. So this is where I'm gonna spend many a night on my own having dinner. So we keep the table leg in here. I don't think it's supposed to go in there. We sprayed it pink. We had many hands working on this van to get it done in time, and
show me a botch job, love. Come on.
We rushed it a little bit. So this is the table. Everyone just close their eyes until I turn it around. There we are, table. Lush.
Lovely.
Love that. I've got two options for dining. So I can either go this side, like this, or pop it in there and have dinner with a view. Also, if I meet a mate on the road or in a campsite, they can also have dinner with me. If I just pull this up, it's a little bit stiff, but he is 40 years old. There we are, lovely. And your mate can play cards with you, or a puzzle, or you know. And a Brucey bonus, both chairs actually swivel round. So when you're done with your dinner, we can also make this into a bedroom. Now, this is a bed. You may have also noticed that we got rid of the ugly carpet that was in here. Our mate Luke came and put down a brand new carpet and lino, which I think makes the place look really good, and it took a lot of the smell out as well. There is not a straight wall in this whole van, so wallpapering was a nightmare. So instead of doing all of the walls and all of the brown, I got Craig's mum Jude to help me put little skirts on these sides, because trying to wallpaper all this, I was pulling my hair out. So this van actually sleeps four. This one folds out as well to make an extra. Don't worry, it was just my dustpan and brush. So that goes down. Then there is a section that goes in between that I did buy, but we couldn't quite figure out how to get it working. And then, sir, if you'll just pass me the table. This really badly covered table actually just slots in the middle, but I don't have any cushions.
Well, it could be like a bedside table for two people.
Yeah, you could have a cup of tea in there.
Hope you got a couple of 5-year-old friends.
Look at that.
No,
absolutely perfect.
No adults sleeping on that one, mate.
So comfortable.
Bagsy upstairs.
So I've got a bunch of hooks hanging around so that there's nothing on the floor. I've got a Velcro on the plant pot so that that doesn't come off. USB ports. Just get my nails. Ready for the summer? I've got a bunch of seat organisers to keep everything organised. And I am going into Europe now for the summer months, which I think is going to be boiling. So I'm not 100% sure if I need the diesel heater, but I do have it as an option. However, no aircon, which is probably what I'm going to need. So if you've got any tips or recommendations on how to keep an area this big, small, cool, I would be very happy to know. What was that, Craig? You mentioned everything was wonky earlier?
Nah, I wasn't working that day. Wasn't me.
Do you just want to show the people? So I've got my wonky plug, then I've got my wonky inverter controller. Is the diesel heater controller wonky?
None of it is.
3 out of 3? 3 out of 3. So I've got a hell of a battery setup, which all lives just under this chair here. What it is, I don't know, actually. Seat belt, no. There's a battery in there, and all of this connects to the solar that's on the roof, and also it charges whenever I drive. That's all you need to know.
Electrics 101 with Captain B. If I want power, I get it.
I get it. There's just a Chewits wrapper by there, I'll take that.
Wonder whose that was.
So I'm not sure what that's called, but I knew I wanted it to do this. Where's it gone? Gone. So it just projects a wonderful little rainbow cloud over everything inside, and it makes it look really, really nice.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Hey buddy, wow, he's big, isn't he? Would you like to come on a trip? I think because we've been so busy renovating it. I'm actually leaving tomorrow, by the way. We finished the van today, but I haven't had a moment to sit in it. But now that I'm here, I just love it. And it makes me feel a lot more calmer about owning and driving and living in this space for the next 2 months. I actually cannot wait. On to the cab, it's gonna be very elegant. So the best thing to have happened to this cab, you cannot actually see power steering. Honestly, it just makes this van like 20 years younger. I'm just like... And it makes me feel more comfortable about taking it so far away. I just felt like when it was so heavy and clunky, it felt like an old van, and it felt like it was just gonna break down every 5 minutes. But now that I can just whip it around, it just sits so much better with me. We got a couple of new gadgets for the old boy. Put in a radio, which has got like the Bluetooth car play thingy-majobby. As you can tell, I'm not really up to scratch with technology, but I know when Craig rings, I can hear him. Like God himself. I've also got a big power station just stuck in the middle here. That's backup power for if anything goes wrong in there. I know I've got that to rely on. It wasn't until the very end that we put all the curtains in. I think they just completely changed the vibe of the whole place. These come all the way around. They're so cozy, so private.
I've not seen these yet, they look awesome.
And I've also decided to go for a Halo View backup cam because not only have I got a massive van, well, it feels massive to me because I've only ever driven a car, but I've also got a bike on the back that I don't want to crush, so I've got the Halo View cam. Yeah, it's pretty sick, this little thing. It's got like night vision, it's weatherproof, and it's got like built-in microphones, so if I'm about to hit something and someone's like, I'll be like, I'm glad you said that because I would have hit it. Also, it's wireless, so we didn't have to run cables, which was probably the best part about it. Necessary things: phone holder, as mentioned previously, drinks holder, one of those. Jesus. Now onto the kitchen, which was very, very brown and smelly. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to quite get rid of all of the brown because we were going to blow ourselves up if we were going to spray it. I got the wrong spray and it was flammable, so we have to keep the brown. But I don't hate it.
It's more of a caramel though, isn't it?
I feel like that's even worse. So we've got all new worktops. We did them white. This backsplash has been through a hell of a journey. We had the original one, which was copper, that a lot of people liked, but ew. Then I put on this floral one, which I thought I was going to love, but it really did not go. So we decided to get the sticky back tiles, and I put a couple more stickers on there just for fun. I've had this van for about 6 weeks now, and I'm actually yet to turn it on, so I hope it all works. This thing scares me. This is my control panel cupboard electric box.
How does it all work then?
That is a wonderful question. I'm glad you asked. So it says on by there and off by there, and then you press a few things, see what happens. Water pump. It's gonna spit now, isn't it? Oh, the pressure's worked itself out. You remember what it was like on the first tour? I mean... A big thank you to Wild for partnering with us on this video. This is me, unshowered, 3 days deep, smelling like a 6-day-old beef pie. Yeah. Just because you've bought 19 pairs of shoes on this trip does not mean you don't have space for some deodorant. So go and get it! We have got stuff to do today. I know it's in here somewhere. Everything in this little case is natural and sustainable. Love animals? Good, you should. Wild is also vegan and cruelty-free. And literally, all of this smells are to die for. Plus, you cannot tell me you do not love the polka dots. So cute. If they did this in a perfume, I would wear it every single day. Life on the road can get a bit... smelly. I've been using Wild for years now, but let's just ask the main man how he likes it. So how are you feeling today?
Oh mate, I feel simply divine. Wild is such a delight. So fresh, so light, I'm basically in love with myself.
He loves it. If you want to feel and smell as gorgeous as Amy's armpit, then scan the QR code on screen or head to the link in our description and use code KINGINIT20 for 20% off all Wild products. Available for a limited time only. I literally use this every single day. But this one's mine, get your own. Oh, hang on, it is getting dark. Hey, half a posh. Flowers on the top, obviously fairy lights everywhere. We've got a little space in there that should have had a door, but what happened?
You gave us too many other jobs.
Yeah, that's probably true. Fuse box. And then I've got one of those. So I got this custom curtain made this very morning by Craig's mum Jude, and it fits perfectly to hide the utter mess that is underneath. So we were feeling fruity, when we painted this. Hate it, hate everything about it. I don't like the paneling, I don't like the colour. It's a mess. So that looks much better. This is just a cupboard. Dishes, pots, fire extinguisher. Necessary. And then underneath that also terrifies me.
Well, it's your water pump and your gas pipes and your fuse for your water heater.
So what's this one for? And that one there?
No idea.
Cool. So we got ourselves an electric water heater because I do have a shower and also when I want to do the dishes. This is the control panel for it and I think it takes around 50 minutes, so it's not that quick, but it still does the job, you know. Remember what happened when we tried to use that in the beginning? Oh my gosh! So that won't be used for the whole trip. We're not going to kill ourselves just for a piece of toast. We got this little guy off Facebook for £50 because the original oven that came with the van didn't work. And we've got these cute little oven gloves. And then underneath that is the water heater. Over to the sink section and you will see we managed to spray the sink pink and the drying station pink chopping board. I think they look wicked. I mean, they're a little bit rough if you look too close, but compared to the brown, they're so much nicer. And look at that light coming in. Proper cool.
That looks so cool.
I feel like I've gone back to being like 6. Like everything in here is just like childish, but I love it. So we've got a little sink caddy and a little fold out bin, a little under cabinet kitchen roll holder. Light. So this bit's all a bit dodgy, so don't look too closely. However, these drawers have gone from brown to pink to now white. And I feel like it was a very good decision to change them from pink to white because I think they just mellow out the space a lot more than it being crazy pink and all feeling a bit in your face. That doesn't pull out anything. I just bought it and thought it was pretty, so Craig put it on. Do you want to have a look in the drawers?
Can't wait.
Good, because I'm going to show you anyway. So I've got loads of really cool things. Got that at a car boot sale, 50p. Just random stuff, you know. Little tulip spoon, necessary. May sleep with this, just for the first few weeks, just in case, you know. Thought I was buying forks, definitely wasn't. I don't know who that's feeding. Yeah, I just want to show you everything because like, look how cute that is. Also, this is a worry worm. So there was a girl, she was about 9 and she made it at the car boot sale and she said that if I buy this that it'll keep me safe for my whole trip around Europe. So I stole it. I'm joking. I bought it off her. It was only 50p. Yeah, I keep that. These are cute, obviously. Just a little coffee cup, another coffee cup because you can never have too many if she's feeling bougie. So in here I've just got things like cleaning products, detergent for any laundry that I'll do on the road, bin bags and lots of paracetamol. And then right down in the bottom cupboard is a water filter that Craig has put in. Because I just thought to myself, it's such a small space, I don't want to be having to carry large water bottles with me. And obviously whenever you go to campsites sometimes they say you can't drink the water that you fill up with, so we've put that in so I can just drink the tap water and there'll be no bother at all. We also don't know how old the water tank is in this van and what could possibly be growing in there. And then just down here under the fridge we have a section for shoes. Over to the fridge, which we've given a nice really smooth bit of vinyl. But yeah, this is really cool. Everything's still like original colour inside. I don't know how it works currently, so I'm looking forward to figuring that one out because I think I've got to turn it to something when I'm driving, then change it to something when I stop. There is a small freezer in there as well, so I should be able to get some ice for the hot summer days. Ooh, to go with this, let me show you. This cup. That ice, view, Netflix. I've also got some really cute like leftover boxes here. If it's just going to be me now, if I do one dinner, I could probably get 3 days worth out of it. Massive shout out to my mate Jess for vinyl in this kind of workspace here. We don't have much chopping space at all really, but it's just me, so I don't need that much. Okay, so this top cupboard I think is probably going to be for food and stuff. Not that much space, but again, it's only me, and I've got the fridge and I've got another space down below the oven that can hold some food as well. So I just got Craig to make me like a section so that I can use all of the space to the best of its ability. One of my favourite things is still my kettle, which is yet to be used. Oh, don't worry, we're going to have a very good time. You may or may not have already noticed my flamboyant blancmange type trifle truffled curtain, which I love. This is a shower curtain, so behind it is the shower. Step on through. So welcome to the shower slash toilet slash bathroom slash makeup area slash cupboard. So I saw this section on Pinterest and thought, that's what I want to do. I want to have a little area that I can put all my cosmetics and my makeup and have a really nice mirror to be able to do my makeup in the morning and get ready for the day. And I think Gary smashed it out of the park because I just gave him the photo and he did exactly what I wanted. It's just the cutest little space that I've got. It's like my own little private dressing room, I guess. Set the vibe. What do you fancy? That's going to be so nice in the night when I'm on my own and I just want to have a chill in the van. Oh, can't wait. So I just got like a few little baskets with things in, just a few hooks just to put a few things up. This was necessary because I wear a lot of caps, so I thought we'd keep that in. It's probably my favourite part. Like, I saw it online and Craig was like, you should get it. Look at that. Wicked. Oh, I didn't see you there. So if you follow me down, I've got a bunch of storage, loads of different kind of baskets that hold lots of different things like bags, cosmetics. I've got like spare sheets for the bed when I want to change them. There's a shiwi if I need to use that. This magnetic hook, so whenever I use my towel, I can just hang it onto the side of the van and that'll dry outside. Down to the bottom then we've got the Cuddy composting toilet, which I've decided to go for over a chemical toilet just because it's less faff. Doesn't smell as much and I can use it for longer. So it's got a fan behind it which gets all of the smells out, but the best thing about it is that it separates ones and twos. You can just pull the pea pot out and empty it into a toilet. That's the type you want in your van. It's so easy because it just lasts way longer. And I love his googly eyes. I think he's really cute. And I'm gonna need a separate pair of glamorous gloves every time I want to change it. Okay, so if I just pull this back a little bit, this is where the magic is, down here. This is my shower, which I think is amazing. It's all just so compact in one small area, but it's everything you need, especially just for a solo person, you know? So we sprayed it all pink because yes, it was brown. So even though I've got that there, the shower does actually come all the way outside. So I'll use all the natural shampoos and soaps and whatnot. I just don't want to fill up my grey waste, you know? So we installed a new shower and Gary tested it out the other day and it's actually piping hot water. So even though I think it's going to be quite warm in Europe, hopefully the nights have got a bit of a chill and I can have a lovely warm shower in the van or just outside the van. We couldn't get a new one of those, so don't look at that one. That's fine.
I feel like I'm inside a whale's vagina.
Silly. You all know how many clothes I got, how many outfit changes, accessories, wigs, the lot. Where is it fitting, you're asking? Well, it does actually all fit in here, which is incredible. Packing cubes are a must. They just make everything easier, I think, to pull in and out. The bottom shelf is just for things like my outdoor table. I've got an umbrella in there, fire blanket, jump starting cables, everything that I might need for the van if it breaks down, you know?
Just seeing you stand.
And then in the top cupboard, I've got more accessories, more duvet covers, and then thicker jumpers for in the evenings, potentially if I need them. And a little towel.
You know you're posh when you've got a beret shelf.
It is tres posh. But yeah, if the towel doesn't dry fast, then I do have a solution. Over this side, I have got a little bit of string which will act as a washing line, so I'll be able to dry things inside if I do wash me pants in the sink and stuff. Okay, where is she sleeping, you're asking? I'm going to be up top, and the reason why I've decided to go upstairs is just for safety. I think don't want anybody coming in and kidnapping me, so I'll just show you how I make the bed. We start by taking off these two latches. So that's step number one. Step two, we grab this part and bring it down all the way to there. I have decided to travel without the steps up to the bed because there is minimal space and I'm relatively young. I don't feel it. So I have to parkour it up. So don't mind me. Oh. So this is the type of space we're working with. So it is quite close to the ceiling. However, we've got the best mattress in the world. So this mattress was custom made by the Tiny Bed Company. They do loads of different vans, they do boats, anything where there's like a weird custom sized bed to be made, they do it. So they did actually make me 2 custom made mattresses that do fit this whole bed. However, I don't have enough space to keep them. So I've decided to just take the one, which I think will be fine. So alongside the mattress, they do custom fitted sheets, which are super cute, and custom waterproof mattress protectors. So if I've got a big drink up here or a coffee and I spill
if you
it,
wet the bed.
or if I wet the bed, yeah, it'll be safe. And I've got the best bed in, oh, feel that.
Whoa.
Isn't that nice?
That is super soft.
So these sheets are from Piglet in Bed, which do like the most beautiful designs you could ever think of, and they're the softest things I've ever touched. And you do spend, what, half of your life in bed? So you've got to...
You do, yeah.
So you've got to get something nice for it. But yeah, this is me, this is my setup. With the knife, obviously, I'm going to have that up here as well. Because tasers are apparently illegal in the UK, which I didn't know. But I'm sure I'm going to be fine. Every door locks in this van, and 2 of them have got bolts, so I'll be fine. Oh, it actually is amazing. Like, I'm really excited to go away. I'm excited to spend my first night in here tomorrow, literally tomorrow. We've been working on it for like 6 months, so you know, you just want to get in and just use everything.
By 6 months, do you mean 6 weeks?
I meant 6 weeks, yeah. So I'm excited to just get my hands on everything and just use it. So I've got nice little night light by there. I've got the fairy lights, which give it that lovely vibe. The USB's just by there, so I'm able to charge my phone. And then I can have like a lovely through breeze through both of the windows up here, because I can open them up. And then when I want some privacy, I just close the curtains. To try and get curtains to fit this small window was an impossible task. So I decided to go with 24/7 curtains, because they make custom curtains that are like really nice quality materials, and they've got so many different designs and patterns and styles. So obviously I went for white, but the guy was so lovely, he was texting me when he was making them just to make sure everything was fine and all the measurements were correct. They fit like a dream. Also, shout out to Panda for sending me this pillow. Feel that?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's like a cloud. Look at that, like drop it now.
It's like a marshmallow.
It is the best thing I've ever put my head on, ever. Okay, time to go down. Whoop. Okay, so just stand on the oven, squidge along, legs either side. Opa! There we go, down and out. Also, do you like my dressing gown? House coat. They call it a house coat.
He's gangster.
Isn't it gangster? So cozy. Like, definitely don't need it for around Europe. That's why I'm hoping that it's going to be quite nippy in the nights, but how gorgeous is that? I'm going to do the rest of the tour in it. You're going to help me put the bed back then, or what? Ah, guys, house coat's coming off. Onto the outside area. One of the first things Gary built for me was this fold down table. Just hooks up like that. Make dinner, make tea, you know, me and my house coat in the middle of the south of France, just having a cup of tea in the morning. That just makes me so happy. The material on the back as well, we changed all of this just to brighten it up, you know, make it all a bit more newer. We've got more of that stuff on. It does kind of get caught on this section. So underneath here is my gas bottle. There's a hookup wire, there's a raincoat, and all of my coconut core for the toilet. Just a little section with odd bits in there. Fabulous. Got an extra little lace number, just in case I want a little bit more privacy, but nothing too crazy, you know. Still let a bit of a breeze in. Your man has had 4 new tyres, 5 if you count the one inside the bonnet. That's the spare. So I've got this mad contraption because we've got an awning, which I thought was broken, but we actually had a friend come and work it yesterday. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just pulling out my awning in my house coat.
Posh bird, isn't
Hiya,
it?
Ruth. How's it going? Yeah. How's the van? Breakfast? I'll be over now.
Smells like the 80s.
That's so cool! Hi, Ruth. Oh yeah, and on the back, I've got an e-bike. But I'm not gonna lie, I can't be bothered to take it off because it's all strapped in. But let me show you the cover. The cover. It does stick out a little bit, and I don't really know what the rules and regulations are for it. I know you need that in some Europe parts, so I've got that. We'll see what happens. So yeah, that's the van. And I'm more than happy with it. I love it to pieces. And I just feel like we're going to have such a great time around Europe this summer. Obviously got to get used to using everything and breaking everything in, you know, getting my head around how everything works. And I guess I'll have to make some mistakes to learn those lessons. But I'm ready. I am very nervous about going on my own. But I think it's going to be a really good growth lesson for me. The anxiety is already kicking in. But we're going to do it anyway. We're going. The Eurotunnel is booked tomorrow, 5 o'clock. I have to be there. So we'll be up bright and early. We'll probably give ourselves 8 hours to do a 4-hour drive and just see how slow the van is. But for all of you asking, have I named him? Yes, I've named him. His name is Walter Peach. I thought it was very fitting because outside he looks like a really old man and then inside he's very feminine and floral, and I just thought he was like a little peach bum. But I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody and their dog that has helped me on this van. You know, people have helped with the vinyl, they've come from out of town, people have helped with the carpet and the curtains, and I just feel so blessed to be in this moment in my life.
Well done, babes. You should be really proud. You've done such a good job with this van. It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I mean, I don't think I've had a second to actually just sit and appreciate what has been done by the masses. Also, massive shout out to Elaine, the lady who, I don't know if you remember in one of my last vlogs, I ordered a jumper. Gotta make it myself, with 0 sewing skills. So yeah, she's gonna knit that for me. So fingers crossed that'll be done very soon. Thanks, Elaine. You're a legend. And I'd like to thank everybody that has given me recommendations online on how to stay safe, and all the ladies that have come in with what bolts I need to use and advice on how to camp and where to go. I don't feel like I'm on my own on this trip at all, because I've got all you guys backing me, being my super cheerleaders. And yeah, I know I'm not alone in this journey. But most of all, I would like to thank my beloved, the guy behind the camera, my Craig.
That's me.
He backs me to the moon and back, just calms me down when I need it. Like, it took a while to get this van tour filmed, I won't lie, because I'm a bit anxious about leaving tomorrow. So, you know, endless hugs, endless words of affirmation, just my absolute rock and my hero. So I don't actually know what I'm gonna do when I go and he's not there. Just make sure you're on the phone 24/7, okay?
I'll come and meet you somewhere.
Yes. So Craig's gonna come out and meet me at some point. I don't know where I'll be, I don't know what I'll be doing. It'll be lovely to spend some time together, won't it? And obviously my main man, Gary from Barry. I appreciate you, you know I do. Thank you so much for all of your help and all of your hard work, always. I'm a mum too. So, I'm hoping to see you next week. Like I said, I leave tomorrow. What am I doing? Yeah, we'll see how it goes, lads. I'm hoping to make a video a week, but we'll see how doable that is on the road. I'm excited and I'm nervous, and I hope you'll join me on the trip.